Hey guys, so my name's Wendy and this is my first YouTube video, but I thought I'd start by telling you guys about my coming out story. I figured that would be a good idea on how to start my channel. And well, I'm just going to start by telling you guys about how I came out to my mom, because if I told you guys how I came out to my friends and my sister, it would just be too long of a video. But I just want to start off by telling you guys that my coming out story wasn't like half of the videos on here. My coming out story was it was actually kind of sad and bad. Like, it just wasn't what I expected. Like, I thought that it would just be easy and my mom would just be like, oh, I still love you. Like, I still love you no matter what. Like, I'm going to support you and be there for you. But it just wasn't like that. It was actually the opposite. I remember thinking back and trying to figure out how I wanted to tell my mom, because I knew it was going to be hard. I knew it was just going to be the hardest thing for me. And I told my sister, oh, play her this video. It talked about this one guy coming out to his mom and telling him that, he's still the same person, right? And so, I asked my sister to play my mom the video while I was in the house, but I was, upstairs. And she would play it to her downstairs. And after my sister played her the video, my mom was like, okay, why did you play me that? I don't understand. Okay, whatever. She just didn't care. She didn't understand why my sister was playing her the video. And, it kind of pissed me off because, I worked, so hard to, try and pick a perfect video so she'd understand and most likely support me, right? But she just ignored it, and I was just like, okay, forget it, I'll figure something else out. And then, I remember that, my mom, at that point, she knew, but she just wasn't going to accept it, right? Because I knew deep down she knew that I was like that I liked girls and stuff. And one day, a couple days passed after that, and, one day, I was sitting on the couch, and I remember that, my mom was telling me about one of my cousins that they thought she was pregnant and stuff. And then I was just, telling her that, I would be very disappointed in my cousin because, she's young and, I didn't want her getting pregnant of some guy that just wasn't worth her time, right? And then my mom made some stupid comment about, oh, so, you're gonna be disappointed in your cousin she gets pregnant, but don't you think your cousin's gonna be disappointed about you when she finds out that you like girls? And that basically just crushed me. That crushed me, and that just hurt me so bad that she would just say something like that, just without thinking. And I remember just being like, oh, so you think that gay people are bad and that they're all the same and that it's not right to be gay and stuff. And she just wasn't saying anything. And I ran upstairs and I started crying in my room, and I just locked the door, and I just started blasting the music because I was just so hurt by what she said, because she's one of the biggest people in my life. She means so much, and she just doesn't know it. She just thinks that I just don't care about our relationship and stuff. And the reason why I told my mom was because I thought my dad wasn't going to accept it, and I thought just she would give in, she would understand and stuff, but she just didn't. And I just didn't know what to do at that point. So I was in my room crying, and then I decided I was going to send her a text message, and I sent her a text message saying oh, I can't believe out of all the people that have accepted me and just understood, you're the only one that didn't. I didn't expect that for it to be like that. I expected for nobody to accept me except you. I was I can't believe this. You don't understand how much that hurt me. Words just hurt a lot, and I never knew that till that point, because my whole world just came crashing down in one day, and I just felt so alone. And then she came knocking on the door and pounding on the door trying to get in and stuff, and And then, like, after a couple hours, like, I opened the door and she came in and she was like, and I was just like bawling in tears, and she just started crying, telling me how, like, how did I know that I was gay if, like, if I had never been with a guy, and that, like, nobody in my family was going to accept it, and that she wasn't going to, and that, like, I just didn't know anything, and that, like, it was just all a phase. And then I was just like, how are you going to tell me what to feel? Like, you don't know what I feel. Like, I don't need to be with a guy to know that I don't like guys. Like, nobody ever told you who to love. Why are you telling me who to love? And I was like, you say that, how do I know I don't like guys if I've never been with a guy? How do you know you don't like girls if you've never been with a girl? And, like, it was just so hard. And, like, I was just crying and crying. And I remember telling her, like, okay, if you're not going to accept me, then just, like, just let me figure this out on my own. Like, just don't want you to tell me anything. I'm gonna figure this out by myself. Just, like, leave me alone. Just leave. And it was hard for me to tell her to leave, but I just didn't want her to be there for me if she wasn't going to support me. And so till this point, like, she's never said anything to me about the subject. She's just ignored it and pretend like if nothing happened. And she just like avoids it. Like, she thinks that, like, it's the same, and that, like, it was just a phase, but, like, it's the same thing. And, like, I just don't know how else to explain it to her, how else to tell her. Like, I've explained it to her the best I can. And, like, what hurts me the most is that, like, that she just, like, avoids the whole thing. That, like, she still asks for my opinion about guys, and, like, tells me how, like, some of my exes are doing and stuff like that. Like, okay, well, guys, my video is pretty long now. It's about, like, 7 minutes. I'm sorry if this is long, but I tried shortening up a bit. Well, just hit the like button, and if you want more videos, to subscribe or just message me. Alright, thanks, guys.